Just waiting for people to come in, guys. I will be right in the room. Give me about 15 seconds here. What is up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Stoop Life Podcast. My name is Bob. I'm your host. And today we're going to talk about something we thought we wouldn't be talking about right now. Football. This was the first weekend that we did not have football. And I've seen a lot of memes going around. I've seen a lot of people posting these videos upset that football is gone. But we got football, guys. We got the XFL. Now, don't get me wrong. I was skeptical as well. I thought, it ain't the NFL. Why am I going to watch it? Well, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I found myself on Saturday. I had nothing to do for a little while. The XFL was on, so I tuned in. I'm going to be real with you guys. I was entertained. I thought they did a good job. Now, I get it. The players aren't like the NFL, but there are a lot of players from the NFL that are in the XFL and made it interesting, especially seeing when I saw guys like Vic Beasley out here making tackles. I was like, what the heck? He's in the XFL? Okay. Tune it in. We had guys catching passes like Josh Gordon, Latavius Bryant. Y'all remember them, right? They kind of got exiled from the NFL. Well, they're getting a shot in the XFL. Well, it's pretty cool to see them guys play, to see them make some catches, and possibly, play pretty good throughout this XFL season, get a chance to go in the NFL again. Thought it was pretty cool to see them in there. We had other guys throwing balls, like we had Paxton Lynch out here throwing. AJ McCarron was out here throwing passes. Guys that never made it in the NFL. Paxton Lynch started a couple games. AJ McCarron was a star in college. They're getting a chance to show what they can do. They were playing, and it was interesting to see them. We had guys out here, like we just talked about him on another podcast. Marquette King. He was one of the best punters in the NFL for a while. He set like a record. He was like third most ever punting yards in a season, and then he disappeared. Well, he's getting a shot here in the XFL to show what he can do. And I think that's pretty cool. I think it's something that is allowing these guys, these players to rejuvenate their careers and possibly get a chance in the big leagues next year. Now, one thing I like about the XFL is the fact that it's affiliated with the NFL. All the other times that the XFL came around, they weren't affiliated with anybody. They were like wrestling a bunch of bullshit. It was kind of dumb. But The Rock and his ownership group are not dumb. They partnered with the NFL. They're going to make it turn into eventually, not this year, but eventually, they're probably going to turn it into like a G League of the NFL. And we know this year's draft is heavily influenced by players in the G League. Last year, there's a couple players in the G League. We got players in the NBA right now that came from the G League that are studs, that are going to be stars in the future. So if the NFL can kind of turn this into that, I mean, why not? Why not watch it? It might be entertaining. I also like the fact that they're partnered with ESPN. They're partnered with Disney. So they got all the publicity power. They get people in there to commentate that you actually know. Joey Galloway was doing a game that I watched, and I'm not a big fan of Joey Galloway. I think he's a pompous asshole. But he was the game, and he was good to listen to because he knows what he's talking about. So they got people in there that are going to talk and are going to entertain you and give you actual factual broadcasting rather than just talk a bunch of shit to talk. I also like how it's going to be on ESPN. There's going to be games on Saturdays and Sundays, sometimes on Thursday. We got 8 teams in the XFL. Each team plays 10 games. And then, unlike the NFL, not every team's making the playoffs. There's only going to be a 14 playoff. You have the 2 top teams from each division is going to be in the playoffs. They're going to play in the semifinals, and then the winners will play for the title. So the 14 playoff after a 10-week season, I like it. It's entertaining. It's not an overwhelming amount of games where you're kind of like, all right, let's just kind of, it's over. It's good. Every game matters. And the thing about each game, guys, like these guys aren't making a lot of money like NFL players, but they get paid $1,000 per win. So, I mean, they're making like 60 to 100 grand a year for the football season, and then $1,000 extra a win, plus their expenses and all are paid for, stuff like that. It's entertaining. They ball out. And like I said, these guys want to make a point they can get to the big league. So you got a lot of guys that were former college stars. Some played in the NFL, didn't make it. They're trying to show that they can get back to the league. So it's going to be entertaining. You got 8 teams. We got the DC Defenders, the St. Louis Battlehawks, the Seattle. I don't think I wrote that right. The Seattle Sea Dragons, the Vegas Vipers, Arlington Renegades, the Houston Roughnecks, the San Antonio Brahmas, and the Orlando Guardians. Now, some of the names kind of seem corny, but these jerseys they're pretty fresh. Now, if you guys watched the first game that was on Saturday between Vegas and Arlington came out in like that North Carolina blue from my co-host Cole. I know you probably like them jerseys. They were pretty fire. Vegas was black, red, and white. So, PKO here. We like that them jerseys. Now, that game I watched was one heck of a game. It ended up being 22-20, which you guys find out how is it 22-20. The cool thing about this is they have different rules. So there are no extra points. You don't kick any extra points, I mean. You can go for 1, you can go for 2, and you can go for 3. It's either on the 2-yard line, the 5, or the 10. Something like that. I don't remember it thoroughly, but you can go for 3 points, guys. Another cool thing about it is this. They allow, if you're down by 1 score or less in the final 2 minutes of the game, you can get the ball back multiple ways. So in the NFL, you got to kick an onside kick, right? Likely not going to happen. So in the XFL, they're allowing you to either kick the onside kick, or you can put your offense back on the field at your own 25-yard line at a 4th and 15 and go for it. We see this week happen. He came back, they won. Another thing that I like as well is they got kind of college rules in the end of the 2 minutes too. So the final 2 minutes is like college. If you get a first down, the clock stops until you get your line set. So when you get your offense set, the clock picks back up. So you're not worried about like clock management issues really that much, which is cool. So it helps the teams actually show off. It encourages more offense. See, sometimes that doesn't happen, but they encourage it to happen. They encourage returns too. If you kick a ball or punt a ball outside the end zone or out of bounds, the ball comes back to the 35-yard line, not the 20 or 25, 35. So it's pretty cool. And on kickoff, both teams stay still until the play. So don't worry about getting hit, catching the ball. It's pretty cool. Everybody's getting returns. They're taking away that speed drill the NFL wants to do, protect, but they're encouraging take the ball back on kickoff, which I like. I think it's pretty cool. I like that. I also like this, guys. You can challenge at any time, both teams. But if a play is even questionable, they have a booth people on hand that can call down and stop the game and review the play and decide whether it's the right call or wrong call. And I've seen it about 5-6 times. this weekend when I watched the 1.5 games that I watched, and they were right on every call that they made, and it didn't seem like it was rigged yet. Yeah, we'll say yet. It was entertaining. So first we had Vegas versus Arlington. It was 22-20, and I'll tell you, this was a great game. Uh, I had fun watching it. Big Beasley was out there making tackles. Let me check his stats. I'm pretty sure he had a couple tackles here. Yeah, Big Beasley made the game tackle. It was pretty wild to watch him make a tackle in the game, which is pretty cool though. We had Martavius Bryant. Where is he on here? Hold on. Got it here somewhere. Yeah. Martavius Bryant, 4 catches, 28 along, and 9 targets. I mean, he showed he could still go out there and play a full game, but hey, that's not the game he wanted to play. Quarterback throwing to him was weird. Didn't know who he was, but for the Renegades didn't have anybody I knew. But man, I'll tell you something. They played a heck of a ball game. Second game I was on, we had Orlando Guardians versus the Houston Roughnecks. Roughnecks blew them out 33-12. I didn't get a chance to really watch that game, but I know for the Guardians, Paxton Lynch was throwing. You remember him playing for Denver? He was 15 for 20, 136 yards, touchdown, and a pick. Not great, but hey, he got a chance to show out and show what he could do. So he got a chance to play. He got a chance to play there. Eli Rogers, you guys remember Eli Rogers, right? He used to be a cornerback for Pittsburgh. He had a fumble recovery, which is pretty cool. He had a fumble in that game. As for the Roughnecks, where was this? Roughnecks, but that game was fun to watch over there in Houston. It's good to see Orlando lose, but hey, I did get a chance to watch the first game on Sunday, which was the St. Louis Battlehawks versus the San Antonio Brahmas. Now, this is a game I thought it was a hell of a game. The St. Louis was down by 12 points with less than 2 minutes left. They ended up winning the game 18-15. They scored a 3-point conversion, which was entertaining as hell. You're like, what the hell is going on here? They got 3-point conversion, and then they took their field back down, got field goal to win the game. They won 18-15. They scored 15 final 2 minutes of the game. The whole game there, like the offensive line was getting their ass whooped. But guess who the quarterback was? A.J. McCarron. 15 for 26 with 2 touchdowns, no pick. Got sacked 5 times. But I mean, A.J. McCarron's feeling like he's back there in college, playing college football right now. It was an entertaining game. I didn't really know anybody but Kalen Balazs used to be a running back for Miami. He was on the Browns. He had a good game. It was pretty entertaining to watch him play. And then the final game was also a comeback win. Fourth quarter comeback win for the defenders. They won the game 22-18. The Seattle Sea Dragons. Sea Dragons jerseys were pretty cool. They're green and like blue. I don't really know if it was like blue or black. It was some color. I don't remember. But they're pretty cool. But the cool part about this game was you Cowboys fans. Ben DiNucci, 33 for 54, 260, 282 yards. Guess who he was throwing to? Josh Gordon. 6 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown. It was pretty cool to watch Josh Gordon play. Like it was like he was dominating. And I feel like it's going to be a big move for him to actually get back. And as for the DC Defenders, they had 2 guys that used to be good college football players, and Tamu and Devin King, both quarterbacks, played really good. They were entertaining. Hell of a comeback for them. Like I said, they scored 6 points in the final couple of minutes of the game to come back and win. But for those of you that are bashing the XFL, I highly suggest you to give it a shot. I really do. It's not the NFL, but I'm telling you, it's not USFL, which was that shit was terrible. Canadian football is terrible. Arena football is terrible. This one's not bad. I mean, I watched 2.5 of the games, and I thought they were all pretty good. It's well ran. They have a lot of associations with leagues that the NFL does. I'll tell you, it could be pretty good. It could be pretty good. So if you get a chance and you see XFL is on next time, tune in. Check it out. Better than no football, right? Why not? I mean, we got a lot of other stuff on, like UFC, boxing's on, baseball doesn't start up, hockey, NBA is coming back. But XFL football, I'm telling you, you'll fill in that void. Watch it, give it a shot. I liked it. You might like it. And who knows? You may win some money on it. You might win some money on it if you bet on it. Because they don't know. They don't know what's going to go on. They might get lucky. If you come with $5 bet parlays now, why not? You got no chance to win some money on football. Take it. You'll be entertained. The Rock is the man. He doesn't do anything wrong. So, hey, tune in, enjoy it, and you won't go without football. So, tune into the XFL, and you'll like it. Peace out, guys.